Good morning. It is Saturday, September 23rd. My name is Jonathan Elijah Bowers with JEBSEO.com. This is the conclusive video for my Fort Worth SEO practices for dentists. It took me quite a while to get this last video set out. I've been really busy with work. I work a full-time job, and building myself as an SEO consultant is something that I'm really gearing towards to do full-time, but I found the time to do this, and I really just want to talk about the points that I came across with the other videos that I recorded for you guys. So we talked about keyword research in the first video. What I really want to talk about with keyword research is from an epistemological or understanding how to understand or building how to build buyer intent via search phrases. With keyword research, one of the main points that I wrote here was how can we better understand issues as keyword phrases that exist within concepts of potential clients. So I don't want to sound too complicated whenever I talk about this, but what I'm referring to here is, as a dentist, you understand what products and services you offer. As a digital marketer or search engine optimization consultant, I believe keyword research, winning then attacking, is the foundation to success. So really, what pain points align with the other person's avatar or their self-image? What are they going through? What sort of research are they doing in order to discover your products? So who is the target market for those phrases? Understanding your customer, the demographic, really those phrases and the bundles or the sets of what people are searching, and really lining that up with search volume, average search volumes per phrase. Really just understanding those phrases and remembering that people think they know what they want more than what their mind thinks it wants. So that's really epistemology in terms of motivation. So people will search for things that they think that they want more than what their mind thinks that it wants. I'll let that set in stone for a while, that phrase. It's not necessarily how I say things, but really what I'm saying is what matters. The question is more important than the answer. Anyways, how do location-based searches vary with sets of phrases with average monthly volumes? So this, also with keyword research I covered, was people within specific geographical locations will search Arlington, Texas, or Charlottesville, Virginia, dentist, cosmetic dentistry, variations of those terms. Every variation, every location-based search will have its own implication of potential profitable customers. So is a person trying to learn about health via blogs, or are they trying to make a purchase decision? If you're a dentist, maybe you offer Invisalign, and people within specific geographic locations, let's say Dallas, Texas, Invisalign practices, best practices, right? Some of these search terms will get an X amount of searches per month, and just really understanding, like, lining and matching geographical based phrases with services can really benefit your bottom line. So really just thinking outside the box, but not only outside the box, but outside of the conceptual box. That really goes back to epistemology too, really just understanding how to understand. So as a person trying to learn about health via blogs or make a purchase decision, so words like best, near me, or zip code semantics, linguistics point towards locating services. So people who are going to include the words best or near me, or like 76132 where I'm located in Fort Worth, Texas, really that just points towards user intent, towards making purchases, having the potential to be lifelong customers. That traffic really just translating into clicks and impressions, and those impressions really just long-lasting customers. So what variations of phrases do people search to locate answers to the questions about their dental health? So I just spoke about that. Yeah, there's going to be different variations, really, with what I talked about. And I think really what I talked about here just now with keyword research is something that's pretty conclusive with just understanding your potential market. So moving on, competition off page. So with off page competition, something that I believe is really important is with this backlinks, right? So having relevancy, trustworthiness, and authoritativeness that comes from those backlinks. What type of backlinks help your company's profile? So as a dentist, having health related backlinks about dentistry. Um, Sorry, I lost train of thought there. I was thinking about braces. What is it called? Dentistry. Anyways, yeah, so just different practices and understanding like really just niches and verticals that align with your company's niche help pull relevancy or trust from Google Spiders. So how can I measure the competition's backlink profile? I utilize tools like SERP.net. I also use Ahrefs, Moz, Majestic, different aggregators that crawl backlink profiles. So how does the portfolio compare to your backlinks? So what are the link relevancies? Really, that's what I'm looking for is relevancy, trustworthiness, making sure that those links are trustworthy, they're not coming from shady sources, and authoritativeness, whether it has high trust and citation flow. So I was talking about this also was reverse sink or swim. So with the internet, there's anchor text, there's title, meta, and content. Those are the four factors, and within those factors, there are reasons that we can understand from an epistemological understanding that it's that these four factors and those reasons within those factors are what really make reverse sink or swim. So you can check out my video back on competition off page to learn more about that. But that's really just understanding relevancy, trustworthiness, and authoritativeness within the anchor or the title, meta, and content. That just helps prove for Google Spiders that crawl and index the web that your site is what it is about, and it helps your site reach the top of the SERPs for those relevant terms. I also wrote here do follow versus no follow backlinks. This is something that's a bit more technical. Something that I like to spice into things is implementing PBN building blocks and sprinkling about 10 to 15% of no follow backlinks within your profile. I recommend branded keywords in order to reduce potential penalty implications. So always be targeting branded anchor texts. That's a little bit of a tactic that I utilize. I'd say it's strategic in terms of just being able to manage whatever limited resources and money, energy, time that we do have with your project, and just implementing branded anchor texts to ensure the trustworthiness. So what I meant here with do follow and no follow backlinks is that most links on the internet, about 70% are do follow on a very natural or a natural portfolio. 30% no follow backlinks are like blog comments, forum posts, and it's good to have those. If you just have all do follow links, then that can appear as unnatural. So what I'd like to practice really is just naturalness. Competition on page. So the same thing with sink or swim and reverse sink or swim is, having the anchor, title, meta, and content matching with latent semantic indexing, the linguistics within those URLs, the title, description, content, your article, images, MP3, MP4, alternative description, and schema are just matching, and they're congruent and accurate with whatever your business is about. In this case study, it's dental cosmetic practices. So how does your on-page metrics match with your off-page backlinks? So really your on-page is like the foundation, but as an SEO, I love to focus on off-page, right? Building backlinks. But the majority of the customers that I do work with, clients that I do work with, their on-page is set up, and I highly recommend working with a CMS, a content management system known as WordPress, because really 60 or 70% of the internet, don't quote me on that, is composed of WordPress content management systems. Uh, it's just easier to tinker with. There are plugins, and yeah, there have been much more case studies, success case studies with WordPress management over like the competition. I'm not going to include their names. So actions can be taken in order to match branded, partial match, and exact match anchor text to provide trust and flow to your web page. Altering your on page is easier than altering off page. With off page, you're going to have a bunch of friends that are pointing towards your site, like little spiders or friends that are sites of their own that are relevant, like dentistry. I keep forgetting the name of what the word was. Orthodontists. Yeah, like orthodontist websites. I usually just think dentistry and orthodontists. But like, yeah, having your, back to off page, having links from orthodontist websites that I can create. So yeah, anyways, algorithmic changes indicate or implicate helping others locate the answers on search engines. So Google search engines are gearing more towards helpful content, EAT content, and non-spam backlink profiles. So with this EAT content, I will create another video just to help people understand Google guidelines. Later, I think on Monday, that's what I'll do. Now that I'm thinking that now, because EAT content matters very, very much. This is a Google algorithmic change. I believe that it occurred 2 to 3 years ago. Don't quote me on that, but what EAT content is for folks. Let's actually do a quick search on that. It's been a while since I've looked into it, but it has to do with organicness, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. So we're going to go to Google here. We're just going to search up Google EAT. So EAT is a guideline Google uses to determine what content is high quality and should be ranked higher and part of several different aspects of its algorithm. So while it's not a direct ranking factor, it can have an impact on your overall search rankings indirectly. So really just having high quality organic content helps your site rank. So on the next video that I created, I talked about the maps domination. So Google Maps organic rankings increase as more backlinks of cities, zip codes, and geographical semantic terminologies are pointed towards your web presence. The more relevant websites you have, the higher your web page will be on the Google search pages. So I'm always going back to relevancy, organicness, and just trustworthiness. I recommend building out directories, and this is what I will build out with my clients, is directories with congruent name, address, and phone number, NAP, for accurate implications for potential clients on the World Wide Web. This helps the search engines whenever they crawl and index your brand name. You have particular sources or from other presences that match the name, address, and phone number. Consider maps domination a form of relevant attention for keyword markets in Google. Wouldn't you want your product or service to be on the top of the search engines for potentially profitable terms, given that you have other sources or other presences that point towards your entity match with the name, address, and phone number, and also other relevant backlinks? So really with maps domination, off-page has a lot to do with that too. Off-page, having that relevancy from cities, locations, same practices, it really does help. Having good reviews on your Google review and good reviews from other presences also help or can hinder your site. So what I would say is build more building blocks that are relevant with niches. For example, if your website is about coffee in Azle, Texas, if you've got a brick and mortar business, coffee business in Azle, Texas, then backlinks from resources relevant to coffee, tea, lounge rooms, geographical, blended, latent semantic indexing with relevant vertical and other businesses in that area add for additional contextualization, foundationalism, SEO revenue, sales revenue. So really it takes 6 to 12 months to rank on top for Google for profitable terms. This is an average for many terms, and many SEOs will agree that 6 to 12 months is the sweet spot. How much money per year can each case study business profit with organic, relevant, and authoritative SEO? Yeah, just to look into that, I would check those videos out. Check the video out on sales revenue for my dental practice example, and we can just really determine, like, yeah, these businesses can make a lot of money with organic SEO, and this is how it translates. So actionable steps to take today to improve your rankings in 6 to 12 months. I'd say reverse engineer competition on page and off page via swing or swim metrics. Fill out my discovery form at https://jebseo.com/discovery-form. Really, that helps me help you with a video where I can sit down and talk about the on-page, off-page maps, sales revenue, and it'll be from, like, I think 6 to 8 minutes, nothing too long, non-intrusive form to fill out. And really what I'll talk about is what I've been talking about and I'm repeating over. It's just altering page content for on-page. It's meta description, title, page tags, image, alt text, video descriptions, and synchronizing those with their target potential keywords. So those keywords, not just hammering whatever keywords you have, but starting off with a good foundation. That's what I would say. An off-page is building branded anchor text for off-page from reputable, organic, relevant sources, ensuring that everything is from a velocity perspective, not hammering 100 domains or 200 domains within like a week, but just splicing it out or sprinkling it out within 3 to 4 months, and then letting the organic relevancy just be natural, and that's really how it's done. So just building out those relevant PBN links, practicing what I preach. So why should you work with me? JEBSEO.com for your Fort Worth dental practices. I'd say it's transparency, communication, and weekly reporting. I use Basecamp, FreeCamp, rankings reporting via Pro Rank Tracking and Search.net. So really what I do is I deep dive into the nitty gritty, the average keyword search volume per term. What is the implication between the changes to be measured in terms of Google algorithmic changes? I sit down with Basecamp, FreeCamp, or Little Camp, and I'm pretty much recording everything that I'm doing. Most links that I'm building, a lot of the practices. I update you with important news, algorithmic news, and with ranking changes. What changes have been recorded within days, weeks, and months before those technical optimization practices have been added, and after the optimization practices have been added. Because I firmly believe in proof elements. So why is it that I rank on the top of the search engines for terms? It's to be a good or a correct search engine optimization consultant. I really want to help who I believe to be, a good Fort Worth dentist to be at the top for terms like Fort Worth dental, cosmetic dental practices, or just different variations like I've been talking about with, Dallas and Charlottesville, Virginia. I want to be able to, not from a moral perspective, but just be able to help someone who wants to make more money, really wants to have their business be at the top of Fort Worth, have their phones continually ring, really increasing the gross revenue, making more profit, and just killing it on the search engines. That for me is it means a lot to me. I have other reasons why I created this video series. Really, it was I was motivated by a friend, someone who was kind of going through some stuff, and I sat down and I just figured, hey, I'd create this video series because this is the potential client that I want to work with. So yeah, I don't know, getting kind of a little bit emotional, but yeah, I just wanted to create this video to help educate. And like I said, all the case study businesses that I utilized here, these folks, I don't work with them in any way. I don't work with dentists right now, but I will utilize this series and use this as a bit of a proof element and an educational element to allow potential dentists who have the time to watch this series better understand what is it that goes through my mind and how we can better help you be at the top of the search engines. So anyways, I hope you have a fantastic Saturday, September 23rd. Hit the subscribe button, like button, and this was the end of the series. I hope you guys have a good rest of your morning.